Hey, it's Mike Waters from the Waters Wake Up Call. So today was the first day of fall and Throwback Thursday. So I thought, let's think back to when we were kids going to school. So many people had lunchboxes, but I Googled lunchboxes, school lunchboxes, just now and found nothing like what we used to have. You remember going to a store that had a back-to-school selection, and with the folders and the pens and the pencils and the rulers, you had just an endless choice of lunchboxes, whether it was Mork and Mindy or Happy Days or Land of the Lost or the Bay City Rollers or Sean Cassidy or Nancy Drew or the Hardy Boys or Strawberry Shortcake or... oh, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, there are so many of them. But fast forward to today, and I Google school lunchboxes, and it's just this, it's like a case or something, not really a box, but inside, you know, is like a Tupperware kind of a thing. And it's very practical. Don't get me wrong. It's very practical, but it's boring. Well, I'm so glad we grew up when we did, and there were so many selections for great lunchboxes. And so I posed that question to you this morning, and I had a lot of, whether it was texts or phone calls. You'll be hearing the phone calls here in a few seconds. This morning I got a text from Kim, who sent the text, "Strawberry shortcake metal lunchbox" is what she had. I heard from Teresa from Gowrie, who told me that her younger brother had a metal lunchbox with Speed Buggy on it. That was one of my favorite cartoons. But she says you could not borrow his lunchbox. That was his lunchbox. Nobody else could use it. It was his. I know how that goes. I would have been the same way with a Speed Buggy lunchbox. Patrick says he had paper sacks and would color the pictures on the bag every couple of days and had a great time doing that. I was talking about that a little bit earlier. You also had, I got a long text from Selena who said, "Hello, Mr. Waters. Today's topic on first lunchboxes happens to be a favorite subject of mine. I've been collecting them for years, starting with my very first lunchbox, Pac-Man. I still have it. I have around 50 metal boxes. Some favorites are Space 1999, which was her older brother's first lunchbox. She also had Welcome Back, Kotter, Pigs in Space. Are you kidding? The Muppets? Pigs in Space! One even holds another collection of mine, floaty pens. For a while, I would rotate taking a lunchbox to work. I was the cool coworker. Have a smashing day. Love the show and glad you are doing well. Thank you, Selena. So let's get some calls in here and see what kind of lunchboxes we're going to talk about.
I had a prom queen lunchbox, and on the way home from school, I stopped and picked up some rocks because I liked rocks with my big brother at a gas station to use the restroom. I put the rocks in the lunchbox.
Okay.
I go to wash my hands, and somebody stole my lunchbox with my rocks in it.
What were you most sorry about losing? Was it the lunchbox or the rocks?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. They were both devastating.
And you had just got the rocks, I'll bet, right?
I had just got the rocks.
The rocks in the box, all were gone.
That's right.
Well, please tell me you eventually became, in real life, prom queen.
No, I didn't. Well, no.
That would have rocked.
That would have rocked.
That is probably the best and the saddest lunchbox story I've ever heard.
I used to carry a strawberry shortcake.
And I'll bet you are all things strawberry shortcake, weren't you?
Yes.
Did you have the stuffed strawberry shortcake?
Yes, I did.
Did you have the bedspread?
No. I did have curtains, though.
Oh, you did have the strawberry shortcake curtains. Okay, well, that makes up for the bedspread then.
Yes.
I had a Barbie.
A Barbie lunchbox?
Yeah.
What did it have anything special inside? Did it come with a Barbie thermos?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, good. So what was the picture on the front? Do you remember?
I think it was just a black. Maybe it was vinyl.
A black vinyl Barbie case. Was this when she went goth?
I don't know.
Goth Barbie. Don't you remember Goth Barbie? Oh, it was all the rage back in the 70s.
I don't know.
Hi, Blue Waters.
How are you?
I'm as good as you. How are we?
Well, I guess we are good, because if you're as good as I am and I'm good, then you're good, then we're good.
You were talking about lunch pails and going back in the time. And I thought about one of my first 8-track tapes I ever bought.
Yeah, and what was that?
Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water.
That is such a good album.
Like I said, it's an 8-track tape. Back in the day, all you had was AM radio, and when you wanted to listen to music over and over again, that's all you could use.
Sure.
Anyway, one of the songs on there, I was wondering if you could play. It's called The Boxer.
My favorite Simon and Garfunkel song.
I can't believe it because it's mine too.
But I just took a picture and sent you one of my original lunch.
Daniel Boone?
The Daniel Boone one.
I just got it. Fess Parker.
Yes. Between that and cowboy shows, it didn't get any better.
Yeah, I know. He was Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett, that guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah,
God, you are pretty knowledgeable about everything, aren't you?
My brain loves that kind of information. I don't know what it is. It just sticks. I wish it was math and science and something practical sticking to my brain, but no, it's pop culture of almost any decade, even when I wasn't around. It's weird.
That's not all bad, you know.
No. It really helps with what I do. So,
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, man. That's very cool.
But no problem. It's just I ain't talked to you for a while, and I heard that, and I said, I got one. I'll send them. So
Thank you for doing that.
thank you, and keep up the good work.
The Waters Wake Up Call.
Weekday mornings, 5:30 to 10.
105.7 KOKZ.